Spirit and Sophie. We're taking our motorhome around the country. Throughout North America, we're on the road. It's Hana Travels, here we go.
Wait a second. That's not my channel. What? Where am I? This isn't even my house. And who are these guys? This is Gary and Stacy with Hana Travels.
Howdy guys.
We're doing an interview about their channel today. So the reason we're here is just to, just kind of get a feel for what it's like being out on the road all the time, having to deal with the house and all that stuff. I know because I've known you guys for quite a while now. How many years has it been?
We've been RVing for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
We bought our first rig in 2013.
2013, so I've known you since 2013.
Right. Yeah, right. You did our first inspection, or PDI.
Orientation.
Orientation.
Yeah. So, and then you guys have come back, and that's good. The company. We like that. I hope you're always being treated well.
For the most part, we've been treated very well with the company.
Sure. I know there's always frustrations, but RVs in general can be a frustration.
Anytime you're dealing with an RV dealer or whatever it is, there's always something that seems to be a little difficult. But for the most part, our experiences have been pretty good with R&R.
Right. Well, good.
Pretty happy.
So you went from boats. Now, did you just use your boat on the lake here? Did you have it someplace else, like over on the coast, or? Because I know you had a fairly good-sized boat, or I don't know if you still have it, or.
No, it was a 30-foot cabin cruiser. It was a Chaparral Signature 290, so it was like a 31-foot cabin cruiser.
And
trailerable, so we had it on a trailer so we could take it to the nearby lakes. The first 2 years we had it on Lake Coeur d'Alene.
Okay.
And then the third year was
third and fourth
year on Lake Roosevelt.
Okay.
So very big boating water, very big bodies of water for boating out here in the area.
Right.
We loved it. I mean, boating it's in our blood. I mean, her grandparents grew up with her grandparents boating. Same thing with my grandparents boating, and my parents have had boats. We've water skied and done that whole thing too. So,
and we will have a boat again in the future.
Oh, okay.
the next boat we have,
we're gonna be like the Winds and like Chris and Shuri, but we're gonna go part-time RV and then part-time boat.
And it'll be a bigger boat. It'll be something we'll probably keep over in Anacortes or the Puget Sound area.
Right.
And then hopefully we can be able to take up to Alaska and enjoy the inside passage up to Alaska in our boat.
Have you thought about a sailboat?
No.
Using the wind to
No, we haven't. That's a whole different world.
I grew up, but I was very little on a sailboat. My father and mother's sailboat had a 30-foot Catalina, and they raced.
Oh, okay.
But I was little. I was always, during races, I had to stay down below, so I never learned how to run a sailboat.
Gotcha.
And honestly, watching like Jason and Nikki, it's a lot of hard work.
Well, it's not just the work. You're dependent on nature to propel you along.
Right.
And from what we've been reading, there's in some of the areas where we really want a boat, it's not dependable at all.
Right.
So it's more power boats.
Yeah, it's more of a power boat area, so that's kind of what our goal is.
So what sparked the idea of getting an RV?
I've been RVing for the last 20 years. Personally, I've owned over 8 RVs. Okay. It's only been 4 with Gary. I started in a pop-up.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to a small travel.
Pack we call the pop-ups.
Oh yeah, and it was like 1960s pop-up. It was vintage.
Very classic. Yeah.
And then I went to small travel trailers, and then my 4th rig was a 36-foot Regal Prowler 5th wheel, and I kept it. It was stationary at a resort up north of town at Aloyka Lake.
Oh, okay.
At Jerry's Landing. And so that's, I never towed it anywhere that big. And then when we started dating, we decided to give that to my mom so she has a retreat to get away from town.
Well, she loved the lake and she loved going out there, and we weren't using it as much as she was.
Oh,
so we thought, well, shoot, why don't you take this And then that gave us an opportunity to get into something more mobile.
And that's when we went to R&R and met you.
So we started out with a 27-foot bumper pull.
Yeah, a
Gotcha.
Cougar.
A little Cougar.
Yeah.
And
One slide.
Yeah, one little slide. And it did good for us. Then we had we took it up skiing with us one winter. And Stacy and I were skiing, and my brother Jason and nephew Jake showed up for the day, and we all had lunch together in the RV. And it was that point we decided this thing's kind of small. We're a little bit larger people, and then when you put 4 people in that little rig, it got a little tight for us.
I've been down the same road. I know exactly what you're talking about. Started with a 19-foot, and now I'm at a 35-foot. So, know exactly what you mean there.
And then we traded in the Cougar for a Keystone Carbon fifth wheel, which was actually a toy hauler.
Right.
And with that, we also upgraded our F-250 truck to an F-350 dually, so we got the whole package and all that. And we took that thing.
You kind of have to.
When you get a big toy hauler, you kind of have to have the big truck.
Yeah.
And it
was just
worked
much more comfortable.
into an extended fuel tank and airbags.
And we really set the truck up for long distance travel, and it was great. Then we took a trip all the way, across to Michigan and down to Tennessee to Florida, and back around the country.
In the Carbon.
It was really cool.
We did it way too fast.
Oh God, what was it?
48 days.
48 days.
25 states.
10,000
32 setups and teardowns.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were moving every other
day or so.
Or less.
And then really why we decided to get out of the Carbon is because we had lived in it for about a year while we built our house.
Right.
We lived on property while we built the house.
Gotcha.
And it just didn't have the live-in amenities
We wanted
that you'd like
residential feel.
in a rig like that. So we traded it in for a Cardinal. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. It was a 2015 Cardinal. I think 16?
It was a 16.
They just come out with the Ford living room set up, and it was just a beautiful rig. All the amenities you'd ever want.
Right.
3 air conditioners and this and that and everything else. And we took it on a trip, and we knew there were some faults with it and this and that. And we're not going to get into the details, but
it didn't work out for us.
Long story short, it didn't work out for us, and we actually ended up trading that in for our current dream rig, which is the 2016 Fleetwood Discovery 38R.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
It's a Class A diesel pusher.
That's awesome.
It's the way to go.
Yes. And when you get that big, you want to have a diesel. Yeah. You don't want to some of these guys.
Well, we tow our F-150 truck behind us, and it's nice to feel. Yeah, it's hardly there.
Yep.
And you did every one of our orientations.
Yes, I did.
Cool. Really kind of cool.
I did.
We've gotten to know you pretty well.
Yes, and that's exactly how we became friends.
Yes.
And then I found out that you guys had a YouTube channel.
Well, that actually didn't evolve until
last year,
April of 2016.
Oh, well, no. Let's give a little backstory. Our YouTube channel was actually created to put up a video that we went to Hawaii. And it truly was just to put up the footage of our helicopter tour to show our family when we got home.
Stuff, right.
And our YouTube channel, we knew the name because our old boat was Hana. That was the name of our boat.
I guess we should go back into what that means too.
Yeah, do you know what Hana means?
Actually, I do, but I don't know the people viewing know what it means.
Well, Hana in Hawaiian means done with work, quitting time, or happy hour.
Right.
And I used to live in Hawaii. I lived there for 3 years. Gary and I got married over there. In fact, we leave for Hawaii next week for our 5th anniversary.
Yeah. Right.
But so last fall, we decided to go to the Albuquerque hot air balloon fiesta to meet up with the Escapers, which is our RV club that we're highly involved with. We're emissaries, which basically means we're Yes, we
hosted the
hosted a
event.
convergence, so we're emissaries or people that,
Represent the club.
yes.
Right.
By no means are we sponsored, paid. We just love the escapers.
Right.
And in September, we went to Salida, Colorado for a convergence. Convergence is a rally in the RV world.
Right.
And the escapers are of working age RVers. A lot of them are full-time, a lot work on the road full-time. For instance, we consider ourselves part-time full-timers because we're out on the road 6 to 8 months out of the year.
We still have a home base to
Yeah.
come to and,
Right.
and take care of business. And
But we went to Salida, Colorado for a convergence and met up with several other couples, and one of which was Spot the Scots, who were very prominent on YouTube. And they convinced me to... We went for a truck hike.
Yep.
The video's very bad. One of our
one of the very
worst.
first videos. Like,
Very
wow.
first travel video in the RV life. It's horrible.
So you guys were pretty fortunate enough to be able to retire early. And that's part of the reason for the name Hana, am I correct?
Yes. Pauhana in Hawaiian means done with work, quitting time, or happy hour.
Right.
And our previous boat, its name was Pauhana, so we just took the name and put travels behind it because we like to do a lot more than just RVing. We like to boat, we like to adventure, we jump on planes and go places.
Go places.
Fun.
Yeah,
Right,
so it's not
right.
just RVing specific, it's actually just it's travels, our travels.
Right, right.
And Pauhana is,
Good generic name for
a
that.
great name for that. It's kind of our
Perfect.
lifestyle.
Right, exactly. So, you started out with one YouTube on a helicopter adventure, and you got some friends that were talking to you about you should maybe put up another one that you said was not real good.
Yeah,
and you keep it there as a reminder. You know, and see, and my channel, I'm pretty raw about everything. You know,
Right.
it is what it is.
That's
It
a
gets
raw
out there.
video.
Right.
Very
And
limiting.
After that, we ventured our way down to Taos, New Mexico, and we sat in front of the fire and just kind of did a live vlog at our campsite, which was really beautiful. And we just shared, and then I progressed quickly. Believe it or not, in the early 90s, not dating myself, but I was a TV radio major in college.
Okay.
And I've always loved to edit. I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I always wanted to be behind and doing the editing. And it was just second nature for me to start turning our videos into little movies or documentaries of our RV lifestyle.
It worked out really nice.
That's
And
one thing I suck at is editing.
yeah,
And I hate
it's a
doing
challenge.
it
It's a
takes
challenge,
time.
yes.
A lot of people don't understand.
Right.
A 10-minute video, for me, I average around 3 to 5 hours
Right.
in post.
Right. And
So-
it's like me, I've got 30 videos in the queue all ready to be edited, but none of them are,
Wow.
edited yet.
That's
you
like
know.
right now. Here we are, November 27th, and we're still in Valdez, Alaska.
Right, we haven't
Right.
felt these last
Which was
in
middle
YouTube
of
world.
August.
Right,
So.
right. And I see that on a lot of,
Yeah.
especially the traveling channels.
Right.
Like
Well-
I say, I follow the sailors, and some of them, they're a year behind, you know.
The nice thing,
It's
too,
work.
is people then don't come and stalk you and
That's true.
find you.
That's true.
There's some RV vloggers out there who put out dailies and they get harassed
People find them
by
and get harassed.
fans or non-fans.
Right, right.
So if they see us, it's by chance. They're not finding us by our videos.
right,
Right.
right.
So
So then you also have your other social media outlets and your web page.
yes.
Okay. So you are you have not only YouTube but your Facebook account, which I'm subscribed to as well.
Very nice.
Google Plus, Twitter, Instagram, and again your actual website,
Right.
pauhana.com
Pauhana Travels.
Travel.
or pauhana travels, all one word.com.
Thank you. Yes.
So how do you manage all of that?
Well, that's all me.
She does a great job at it. I'm just a goofball in front of the camera.
I had somebody that could do that. Because my wife, she doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to be in any videos. Nothing. She's just totally camera shy.
To be honest,
she's really beautiful, and it's it's kind of sad to not be able to put her on some of the videos. But
my least managed social media is Twitter. I never really learned Twitter. I'm at that age that it wasn't, we're mid-40s.
Yeah, we don't get it.
No.
I don't want to get it.
So I have Twitter set up automatically. Whenever I do a Facebook post on our page or on our Instagram, it automatically duplicates over on Twitter. It's a great app I use. It's called If. It's like, if this happens, then do that.
This will happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Instagram, I just love taking photos. Most of Instagram is off my iPhone, but I'm most active, obviously, on Facebook for day-to-day. And then our videos on YouTube, I try to put 1 or 2 up a week. So
2 is really good to grow your channel.
Oh, 2 is great.
Yeah. That's a good amount. However, again, trying to edit it and have it all done.
Yeah.
Facebook is just simple. So we have not only our page, we have our regular profiles, and then I just started a Hana group, and they get more daily interaction of us versus a page might be every couple of days, and it's just a snapshot. But I interact with all our Ohana. And again, Hawaiian, Ohana means family, so we consider our followers our family.
Sure. People who follow you, that's...
there are some other YouTubers out there that will ask their subscribers to join Patreon and such.
We don't
want to do that.
Right.
So if you want to be part of our family, just join our Hana Ohana, and you get a little bit more inside information.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not doing this to make $1. We're just doing this to share info.
But you're doing a lot of work too.
Yeah, we are.
You are doing a lot of work.
We're slightly being compensated from our videos. We're finally at the point that we have enough revenue with YouTube that we get a check every couple months.
Right. So which is probably $100 every 2 months, because I don't think they cut
2
one
to
under
3.
100.
Yeah.
So.
And then we also have Amazon affiliates, where we have a YouTube influencer storefront with Amazon.
And I checked that out last night.
Yeah.
So we put all our favorite RV gadgets and our camera gear. And then we'll also have just a virtual front door into Amazon with our affiliate link.
Right.
That if you shop through our link, we just get a small commission to sending you to Amazon through us.
Right.
So
all that little bit of change does add up and help.
It goes into the gas tank,
the fuel tank, or camera gear.
I think
those pennies add up.
Our first check, we went and had dinner on YouTube. So
Oh, there you go.
It's kind of a celebratory thing. This is the first check. So let's celebrate.
Exactly.
Rather than just fuel in the tank.
Well, so just the people think that it's based on how quickly your channel is growing. And I've got all the statistics right here, and I am going to go through them with you because I don't know how much you actually look at some of that stuff. But I'm a numbers person.
You look a lot. You look a lot.
And it's not 100% accurate, but your followers are really loyal, and you're gaining new ones all the time, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, 2 to 3 a day usually. 2.2
is the average per day.
There you go.
So, just to give you some YouTube statistics on how well Hana Travels is doing, and to let to run it down for the viewers, you currently, as of last night, have 133 videos up. You average 247 views per day, 4,000 views per month. Your average of 578 views per video, approximately, and maybe by today or within the next couple days, you will be at about 1,200 subscribers, and you've had over 77,000 views on your stuff. Your last 30 days, your subs, your subscribers, and please subscribe to their channel. and I'll put the link below on this when I get it up on my YouTube channel for those of you that follow me on Facebook and what have you. But your subscriptions have gone up 49% in the last 30 days.
I can tell you why.
That's pretty impressive. And then your views for the last 30 days have gone up 58% in less than 2 years. You know, my start date that shows that you started your YouTube channel was April of 2016.
And
that's
honestly,
pretty impressive stuff.
It's only been a year.
We didn't start vlogging until October of 16.
Right.
So it's been 1 year of vlogging.
I ran across you because when I first found out that you had a YouTube channel, you guys were at about 400 subscribers, I think, which is probably pretty easy for you guys to get subscribers versus somebody like me.
You would think it'd be
because you
easy,
meet so many people in your travels.
We're a very unique niche. The one thing that we have going for us is we have a rolling billboard. And on the disco, we have advertising with our website, which then will point us to YouTube. But it's a
And I
niche.
actually have video of your RV. It's on my little cube camera right here. While it was in the shop, due to, I think, a window leak.
Yeah, since day one. It's
Forever window
leak.
Yeah.
So I did. I figured if you guys weren't going to let me get some sort of an intro from your for my video, I was going to at least get the Hana logo on the front for the intro.
Get you whatever you need.
So, and it's, you know, we talked about how the time, you know, editing is time consuming. I don't like it. I found some of my best videos are done with this little camera right here in my pocket. I'll pull it out. I might be driving someplace, see something, run the video. Boom, I'm done.
Yeah.
I just upload it and I'm done, and it gets views, you know. Let's see. You know, so our viewers are really liking what you share. And I tell people, I actually tell customers, you know, because they'll go, oh, you know, you probably have a YouTube channel. You know, oh yeah, you know, I do, but I don't have anything to do with RVs on my YouTube channel. If you want to go to, you know, see some people doing some cool stuff with some great technology stuff that helps, how to, you know, boost your Wi-Fi and, you know,
free
all that stuff.
Yeah,
all the free camping and stuff that you guys do. People eat that stuff up. And I've sent a lot of people to your channel through the people that I meet in the industry. Which is cool because what's that name again? Here, let me write it down for you.
It's not the easiest
or
name,
the stunt that Stacy pulled on me. Let me see your cell phone. I'll fix you up.
Fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I've done that, you know, to people. Good trick, by the way. But you know, that's the easiest way. Sometimes it is for people to find it, and then they, you know, get the notifications and stuff like that. And I have watched all of your guys' videos, every single one.
Every single one.
Wow.
Yep. Wow.
Everybody that I subscribe to, I watch every single one of their videos. And so, in fact, I do not watch TV at all anymore except for the morning news. I come home at night, and after dinner, I sit down at the computer and I start getting caught up on videos that have been put out during the day.
We're pretty close to the same thing.
Yeah.
YouTube
I got tired of all
form.
the stuff on TV and all the reality shows and stuff like that. And, you know, you want to see a reality show? Go to YouTube. You know, that's real stuff. Go live it.
Or go experience it yourself. Make your own reality.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've. That's one thing we just love to do is
you know, we've got the technology today to do this kind of stuff, and I think what you guys and what other people who watch you and follow you think is pretty dang awesome.
Well, and the one thing too with our travels, we want to show that, you know, you put the investment into an RV. Don't let it just sit in your driveway for one weekend out of the year. Or, you know, oh, I can't drive to Alaska. It's going to beat up my rig. No, it's not. Just do it.
Take it carefully, you know.
Exactly.
Pay
Take your
attention.
time. You know, it's the roads are better driven slow anyway because then you see more.
Yeah.
Right.
So
exactly.
Just take your time.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, sure. There are those days. There are those times. We have got some friends who just did a 700-mile push in one day.
That's a
Sometimes there's needs to do that, and that's understandable. But for the most part, just slow your roll a little bit and enjoy the scenery.
Yeah.
Slow down, enjoy it.
Slow your roll.
I like that. Slow your roll.
Yep.
So, Is there anything that you guys can think of that you wanted to share with people that we have not covered here today that I may have not thought of? That you would like to get out there to people and
I think you're kind of touching on it. Just don't be afraid to get out and experience it.
Right.
If you don't know how to do it, YouTube is a great source to find out how to do it.
You can find anything on YouTube.
People like me and my wife have jobs.
Exactly.
So we don't get to enjoy our RV as much because my busy time is summertime.
Even living right here in the Pacific Northwest, there's so many places that people can get out. Friday afternoon.
Within a couple of hours, exactly. And it's beautiful here.
In the summer, we have late sunset, so you can still get to camp right before and enjoy it. I mean, you don't, yes, we're fortunate when we get to travel the entire continent and be out on the road for long term, but there's everywhere. Just get out for the weekend if you can.
And we've gone through almost the whole gamut of RVs, from a 27-foot bumper pull to a 38-foot toy hauler to a 43-foot fifth wheel to a 38-foot Class A. So if you have any questions, shoot us a message. About any of the equipment.
We're
really good about answering. We will answer because I've sent you guys messages. I've watched you.
My goal is to interact with every single comment that comes across our YouTube.
Based on these statistics, I don't know that that's going to be able to happen for too long. I don't know how you possibly
I may have to pull out the computer and open up YouTube a bit more and start interacting myself.
I think I've heard this before.
I think I have heard this before, yeah.
But I will give him credit. He's our chef and my driver. However, I do drive.
Yes, I know.
That's another thing.
Cool.
That's a great point to make there too.
Everybody in the family that can drive
should know how.
Should know how. My wife will not tow our trailer,
and not necessarily be 100% proficient at it, but know how to get the rig from point A to point B.
Right. Something could happen.
Yes.
Break an arm, break a leg, need to get someplace. That's what I always tell my wife. If something ever happens to me, I carry nitroglycerin in my pocket just in case of heart attack or something.
And do more than just a parking lot.
Right.
I mean, get out there and dedicate one day to the wife. Say, okay, you're going to get behind the wheel. The first time he did it to me, I was not ready.
She wasn't expecting it.
He just pulled over at the Colorado-Utah state line. It was flat, and he's like,
get in.
I'm not driving anymore.
I remember the very first day that I drove a big Class A diesel pusher. It's one of those things you don't forget.
But once you do it,
it was 13 years ago. Wow. And I didn't have a choice. I had to drive it, and I hopped right in and looked down there, and I said, "I know how all this stuff works. I just need to do it."
It works just like a truck.
Just bigger, a little bit wider.
Right.
And then I think on my third day ever driving, it was down on I-10 and there was construction and I had barriers on each side of me.
8.5-foot rig, drive down 10-foot wide.
Right. Paying close attention to those mirrors on each side.
Lordy. The only thing I do have to say is I love California because we tow a truck, therefore it's considered we're towing a trailer, even though it's our truck.
Right.
Therefore, we have to abide by the 55 mile an hour limit, where everyone else can go 65. But I like that. 55.
Actually, a little known fact is anytime you are towing a trailer, you should be obeying the truck driver's speed limit.
The truck driver's speed limit,
yes,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Should be, yes.
However, you don't have to go through scales.
What people don't realize, especially on travel trailers, is their tires are not made to go 75 miles an hour.
Most of them are not. You can buy tires that can do that, but 65 is a limit for most trailer tires.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Just to be safe. I mean,
I think you have probably close to 1,000 miles driving so far now.
Yeah.
Probably something close to there.
I seem to remember a video where you were driving.
I have a couple. I drove twice in Alaska. My last time I drove in Alaska, it was actually on the Kenai Peninsula going up from the Homer area to Moose Pass, which is in the middle of the Kenai. Very windy, very narrow, and heavily traveled. And it's just one lane each way.
Yeah.
And
that was actually a girl's drive.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the rig with me.
Oh, yeah?
Our travel partners, Janine and Brock, were with us. So Gary was in Brock's rig and Janine was in the navigator seat. So
nice.
That was
kind of fun.
That was a fun experience.
Yeah, it was.
He never touched the wheel once that day.
You did the whole.
Took us out of our slip, took us into a state park to dump and fill.
Right.
He did the crappy part.
The crappy part, right?
And then
the outside stuff, that's the guy's work.
Yeah, got us all the way into our new campground and parked us back
in
us
parked
in.
up.
So,
and you even did the hookup and unhook of the truck.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my normal duty.
Thing.
See, and that's I think that, you know, typically in today's world, it's usually the guy that handles all that stuff. But the ladies need to know how to operate.
Absolutely.
Well, and there are tons of single ladies out there RVing
yes,
that are on the road, and they do it all, and I give them props.
There was a lady I met years ago, and she was just a single lady, and what I found out was that she was widowed. Her husband had passed away, and their dream was to travel the country, and so she went ahead and bought a big Class A diesel pusher, and just, you know, took her, and she was a little itty bitty gal, and she was, you know,
did it all herself.
Did it all herself. We showed her how to operate everything on it, and so that's kind of why your guys' name stuck in my mind, because she was in for coming in all the time, and I always remember this little gal driving this big diesel pusher, you know, and brand new. She bought it brand new, so, and you know what it's like. You're in your warranty period, you're getting things fixed and stuff like that, so you're trying to keep up on it, you know. And that's the other thing people don't think about when they get something like, you know, like these big Class A's, is that they don't think about getting they'll want to spend the money on the RV, but they don't want to spend the extra money for like an extended service contract or something. And you know,
it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes,
people, you know.
Now, one thing that we have found, because we're out on the road a lot,
right?
Sometimes it's nearly impossible to get service on the road.
Right.
But like with us, we've been really lucky, and I don't think this is normal. So this really stands in R&R's favor. If we have a problem, we call, we let our service advisor know that we're having the issue.
Right.
They know we're on the road and it's going to be a while until
Before
we're back.
Right.
They note it, and then they stand by that date that we call, because you know, you are in time constraints with extended warranties and even your first year and all that. And R&R has always taken care of us.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, so a great example is, and I'm not knocking the product at all, but our bathroom window, the disco, is a dual pane window, and the outer pane had come loose.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of not flapping in the wind loose, but it was just, it wasn't sealing all the way.
Right.
And we were leaving to Alaska like in a couple of days after it happened, and I told Brad, the service manager, that hey, this is the problem, and we're leaving here. So can you order the window, and then we'll put it in when we get home.
Right.
And he said, not a problem. It'll still be under warranty, and the window will be just waiting for you when you get here.
Right.
So that's where the RV is now. It's getting a new window put in.
Right.
Yeah.
Under warranty. And it's a year and a half
Another
later.
great example is our stereo head, which has built-in GPS and all that navigation, kept failing on us, and R&R actually shipped us a head down to Palm Desert, California. They even arranged and found a place that we could take the disco in to have it installed. However, it's a stereo head, and then we would be uprooting our home to go install it. So Gary, I mean, it's a stereo.
I was able to,
plug and play
kind of thing.
But it's things like that we really enjoy R&R.
They went out of their way to ship that to us, and didn't have to do it. But it worked for us, so it was great. We liked it.
Good. Well, you know, the company doesn't become a big business like it does if it's doing bad things, you know.
Right.
Well, and like we said, something will happen to your RV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It does happen. We lost half of our LED lights.
Every year before I take my RV up to the lake and put it up at the lake, I take it into the shop. I get some time on the schedule that day that I'm taking it up there. to have all the little fix-its done on it. You know, every year I do it.
He's a pretty good maintenance guy, but some things that he knows when it's out of his control.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. In fact, I remember talking to you guys about something while you were in Alaska on the phone.
Oh yes, we called you.
Something in behind the dash.
Oh yeah, it was the auto door lock.
Yeah.
The remote door lock setup.
It was kind of scary. Our door wouldn't open.
It wasn't. The remotes weren't working, and the key. It wasn't. It was really weird. Where if we were to go out of the motorhome, we would have been locked out.
Right.
Which we've done once.
I actually had to find the
in the middle of nowhere, Colorado.
The receiver and relocate the receiver so we got a better signal. I think our fob batteries might be going low too.
No.
So that might be part of the problem.
Right.
So that might be just a battery replacement on our part.
Sure.
But yeah, these things take a beating.
Oh yeah.
They're going down the highway.
They're built for earthquakes.
Taking an earthquake. Continually taking an earthquake going down the highway. So something's going to happen. Like, as well built as they could be or should be. Something's going to happen.
You know, I see these people, a lot of your travel trailers offer the TV hookup in the bedroom, you know, but don't supply the TV.
Yeah.
And people will go to the local, like Best Buy or something like that, and they'll buy their TV mount and mount it on their RV. You can't really do that. Yeah. It doesn't work. Right. That TV mount is made to go on a solid wall that never moves, you know.
Yeah.
You
or find the sticker that says mount TV
mount or what
here.
have you. Right. Right. Yeah. You know, and you see this stuff all the time, you know. We all make mistakes having RVs, even me, you know. As many years, I mean, I've owned RVs for over 25 years. You know, and I've made mistakes, and that's how you learn.
It's just going to happen.
Don't be afraid to do modifications. We know a lot of people that have done some amazing modifications out there.
Oh, you guys have yourselves.
A little bit. We took out our L couch.
Oh, that L couch that you had to have when we purchased it. Oh, I need that L couch. It was so nice.
Make a good wish list when you're looking.
That L couch was
don't be afraid to scratch it. Yes, we took out the L couch and gifted it to a friend's father for his RV.
It fit. It was. He had like a 1989 something or other,
fit
whatever
like
it was.
A glove.
And it did, that L couch fit right into the space you wanted. It was just perfect. It was meant to be there.
Right.
And we went to Lazy Boy and bought a couch at Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
Really nice leather recliner setup. And
if you're going to be in it a lot, you might as well make it the way you want.
Yeah, you want something comfy.
We had some friends who, again, they're full-timers, and they were living, working their RV, and she happened to have a lot of clothes. Mm-hmm. It was a two-bathroom setup, a rear bathroom and mid-bathroom. Mm-hmm. The mid-bath, they tore all the bath stuff out, the toilet, the shower, the sink, and all that kind of stuff. It's a walk-in closet now.
It's amazing.
It's a walk-in closet.
There you go.
It's amazing. Their rig is...
Yeah.
They even put a wall right behind the driver and passenger, so when they're driving or whenever, they have space of separation. So
separation of space.
Thank you.
Yeah. between the cockpit, and the living.
They actually go through a front door, so their driving area is their mudroom. And then they go through a front door into their dinette and kitchen.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
And I'm sure, it's probably quieter, too, when they're driving.
I bet it would be. You don't hear
it's a diesel pusher, so it's already quiet.
Yeah.
But, just the amazing thing, and that's what I love about our escapers, because we almost always do RV tours at our convergences.
So you see all these
so you can see how people live and travel and play. And
people travel and they work full-time on the road, and they need office space. RVs don't really have good office spaces.
No, they don't.
They'll tear out a credenza or
our
a
friends,
coffee table or something like that.
Julie and Mark Bennett with RV Love, they got a bunkhouse model. And took out the bunk, and they made that Mark's office, which is perfect.
So it's your rig.
Right.
Do what you want to make it most comfortable for you, and make it work best for you.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the one thing that a lot of people wonder. How can you guys make it so long with electricity and everything? And that's because you're using solar. Right.
Well, yeah, we happen to put a few solar panels on the roof.
You've got about 1,000 watts.
1,040
watts on top.
Yeah.
And then we had to upgrade the battery bank too, so now we have 6 6-volt batteries, AGM batteries, and a whole bunch of other trick stuff for the solar setup and
to make that all work.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah,
it works. It's really nice. We're not dependent on being plugged in.
Which
we
is
prefer
nice.
not to be plugged in. You know, most of these big Class A pushers, you know, they can't get away from parks because they need that umbilical cord.
Right.
We've gone
cut ours.
3 different times, 12 days in one spot without moving.
Right. We
Without being
probably
plugged
only
in.
had to move because you had to fill up or
Dump
dump the tank.
That's
exactly.
the 12th day. The 12th day, we have to go dump and fill.
Right.
12
But-
days is a little long. You know, 10 days
Right.
is pretty
Pushing
comfortable.
it,
Right.
you get
7
familiar
days,
with baby
easy.
wipes, but it can be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the little tips and tricks. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of different things.
Yeah. But solar is a cool option. I mean, it really is nice.
I like solar.
Yeah.
I've got, in fact, I've got solar that I use for my camera gear.
Oh, right.
Because
Set up a little charging setup.
I've got a charging setup that folds out, and I'm going to do a product thing on it, on my YouTube channel. Actually, I have a couple of them that I use. In fact, I'll show you one of them I've got in the back of my car.
Okay.
Before I leave here today, you'll think it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's actually a generator. It's got a 110
Oh, is
outlet.
that the gold power or something like that?
No, this one is Renogy.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the suitcase that opens up with the panels.
Those are really cool.
It's pretty slick. I thought that would be perfect for cameras. For,
Yeah, it's great for charging light equipment. It'd be awesome.
that thing can charge stuff all day long. So again, solar works
does.
really well.
And it's free. Well, it's not free.
It is
but
not free.
The power
but once
generation
you get
is
it,
free. Once you
your
get
power's
it.
free.
We
Yeah.
figured with all of our boondocking, between our
Yeah.
initial solar setup with R&R, and then
The
we
expansion.
expanded
Right.
in the desert with Brian Boone. So in all, we've spent about $600 on our solar, and we've probably in a year and a half made up half of that.
Probably
if
made
we
up
were
half
to be
of
in
that.
an RV park.
Right.
Because we're not paying for camping fees as much.
Right.
You know.
Like in Alaska, we boondocked 68 nights, and we were only in campgrounds like
Just a
54
couple.
nights.
Right.
However, of that, only 14 we were actually plugged into power.
Right, and you still, even in Alaska, were getting enough
Right.
light
Well,
for solar.
It's fun. Alaska's funny because sure you got light all day.
Right,
But it's at a weird angle.
But it's at such a
At
low angle.
right?
And
right.
you really can't, our panels tilt to grab the angle of the sun, the low angle of the sun.
Right.
But it skates across
It
the whole
circles.
horizon, so you can't tilt the panels in one direction to catch the sun.
When we're in the desert, we always park east-west
Right.
to really catch
So you
that
can-
all-day
all day
sun.
See the all-day
Right.
sun.
Doesn't work up there. but
we
it's still, we're charged
We were
every
still
day.
able to charge
when the
most
sun
every
was
day.
shining.
Right.
Once we got down to the Kenai and all that, we lost some of the sun. We're a bit more generator dependent.
Right.
Which, if you go solar,
You still
you
need
still
a
should
need
have
a
a generator
generator.
because there are those cloudy rainy days. We get 2 rainy days, and then our batteries are hating life. So.
Right.
And if you're buying a fifth wheel, it's almost necessary. You need to put a generator. I know a lot of them don't
come
come.
with
They just
generators.
come generator prep. You
Right.
need to just factor that into your purchase
Right.
because if not, then you are stuck in RV parks. You can't go out to the state parks, the national parks,
Right.
Yeah.
or the boonies
Well,
because
especially if you get a residential refrigerator in your fifth wheel without a generator.
Which a lot of them, that's all your newer,
All
bigger
electric.
fifth wheels
Yeah.
now are coming
They'll
with
set-
residential generator,
They'll
residential
set you up with
refrigerators.
an inverter and all that, but that inverter is not going to run the generator very
Yeah,
long.
those two,
off the
those two
batteries.
batteries in there ain't gonna last long.
So yeah, you really got to consider all that. How do you want to
your
use the
homework.
rig?
Right.
What appliances are within the rig, and how is it set up to power all that stuff?
Right.
I mean, there's a lot to consider when you're purchasing. It's not just let's go get that. It's,
Right.
Well, how do you want to?
And
do
with
it?
you guys, it's not like you're just camping. You're running
Right.
computers. You're running.
Yeah.
You're charging batteries for your
Everything.
gear.
the nice thing with
to
the
take
solar,
with you,
I don't
you
have
know.
to think about it. It's just like the house. I
Right.
mean, I can
Right.
plug
We can
in
plug
my
into
phone
any
at
socket.
outlet, and it works.
Amazon Alexa works all the time. Alexa, what time is it? And she'll tell you what time it is.
Right.
Because
As
we're
long
always
as we
plugged-
have
well,
Wi-Fi.
as long as we have Wi-Fi, you're right.
Right.
You're right. And inform yourself.
Yeah.
When we go buy a rig, next time we go buy a rig, we're going to know more about that rig
than the
salesman, or Bill will probably.
Right.
I think we've taught you a thing or two.
Yes, you have, actually.
We know what we want, how we want to use it, and what we need, and we're going to find that rig on our own and you know, probably bypass the salesman next and just go to the sales manager and call it good.
Put it this way, the salesman gets a pretty easy commission.
Yeah.
They didn't have to work for
Which
it.
actually, your last salesman will be coming back to work.
Is he coming back?
Very good.
Good.
Yes,
I saw
finally,
he's up and mobile and doing good. That's awesome.
That's
So
awesome.
we're all looking forward to
We
that.
love Levi.
Yeah, Levi was a great guy.
You go to R&R,
Levi
see if
is an awesome
Levi's
guy.
back.
So, but
Yeah, Levi sold us 2 rigs.
2 rigs. The Cardinal,
Cardinal and
which he
just
swore to us that he would never sell a rig like that again with that similar situation. Because he felt it was horrible.
Carrying capacity, people. Check your carrying capacity.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to add?
I mean, we could go on all night. If you ask the questions, we could just keep
You
on
know
going.
what? My biggest advice is just enjoy life, because you never know when the next day is going to be gone. My biggest advice is just get out and do it, because you never know
Right.
when your last day might be.
Right.
My
Anything
father,
can happen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I got the nomadic bug from both my parents. My mom RV'd, my dad RV'd. My dad, his last RV was a Prevost.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He did it right.
that's $1 million chassis.
Yeah.
This was back in the 90s, but he loved it. He snowbirded every winter down to Arizona, and he was taken from this earth at 60.
Yeah, that's
And
way too
Much
young.
too early.
Way
That's
too
way too
young.
young.
And you
Yeah.
just never know when, you know, we could be killed tomorrow in a car crash, or even in our motorhome, but you know what? We're doing what we love
we
to
love
do.
Love to do. Right.
This country is beautiful. We have been over a lot of it. We've RV'd over 27 states.
Well, I think by the time we finish next year's travels, we will have all 50 states.
Yes.
I am
well,
pretty close.
yes,
to
we
being
will
through
have all 50 states. We're getting Hawaii in December.
We're going to sleep on the beach.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
sleep
thought
on the
you guys
beach.
have been to Hawaii.
We've
I
been there.
lived there.
Oh, okay.
But
we haven't
we have
camped
a rule
in Hawaii.
So we have
Yeah, you don't see RVs in Hawaii.
No, you don't.
we have a rule that well, it kind of used to be wheels had to touch the state.
Now we gotta sleep. We gotta sleep in the state
Now we've changed our rule. You
With
got
the
to
RV.
sleep.
or camping.
Hawaii, yeah, it can't get the disco over there, but we're gonna go camp on the beach. And,
There you go. Well, again, it's Pal Hana Travels.
Travels,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's not specific.
So we're gonna earn our Hawaii sticker,
There you
and
In December.
week and a
in
Do they
half.
have campgrounds in Hawaii?
no,
I didn't know.
you just go to the
Go to the
beach,
beach.
and you car
Right.
camp. When I lived there, we would just, and you don't even sleep in tents. You just put a pop
Let's
up.
take our hammocks
Yeah, we could do
between the
that.
palm trees. That would be
But
perfect.
you just put up a pop up and put your blankets out and pillows and sleep underneath the stars.
Right, right.
So-
Yeah, that was one thing. I've been to close to almost all 50 states. And with the exception of Alaska, I haven't been to Alaska.
It's a good
and
one.
then about a year and a half ago, my wife and we decided to go to Hawaii. And that was my first time ever being there. And that was the first thing that I found very strange was there's no RVs here.
No, it's
which
a little-
made sense.
They're hard to
once
get
you
there.
think about it.
You
But
gotta barge
until
them
you're there
across.
and you don't see them, you're kind of like, okay.
When I lived there,
get it.
I shipped my truck, and my truck had to go in a cargo container.
Right.
So RVs, you'll see a little like VW vans,
Right, right.
and other trucks converted like in the back.
Right.
But yeah, you
Yeah.
do not see RVs. You can't go over there and rent an RV.
Right.
You just kind of beach camp.
Right.
So
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that though.
No,
the weather's
that's great.
perfect.
No.
Yeah.
If you don't mind
What a
getting rained on.
What a place to beach camp, you know?
Yeah.
So I bet
it'll
you
be
guys
fun.
are looking forward to that and get pretty excited about that.
It'll be a nice trip. You know, it's our 5-year anniversary, and we're staying.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're staying in the same condo that we stayed at when we got married.
Nice.
So it'll bring back some great memories.
And I think we're going to camp at the same beach we got married at.
yeah, that'd be great.
Cool.
It'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
So.
If not just down from it, but
Probably just down for it where the
a
trees are
nini.
more.
We're going to be on
beach.
Kauai. So.
Yeah. And then shortly after that,
we head south.
we head south. You know, wheels up, or jacks up.
Jacks up, wheels turn
December
south.
20th-ish.
I saw you guys' planning on being in Vegas
For Christmas
time. Yeah, that's pretty
Vegas
cool.
Christmas.
And then somewhere in Borrego Springs, I don't know.
Oh,
Or Palm
you have to
Springs.
cut that part out.
Oh, that's right. That's a secret.
Please cut that part
Oh,
out.
it's a secret?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you forgot that
That's
we
right.
are not allowed to say where we are
we're
for
not allowed
New
to say
Year's.
where we are. Okay.
So yeah,
So then somewhere.
you'll have to edit that.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to be until I get this up on my page
That's true.
either.
If it's already happened, then that's okay.
Right.
Right.
We're looking for a low key New Year's before we go to the Big Bash in Quartzsite with our Escapers RV
Right.
Club.
Are you guys going to do the hot air balloon run again this year?
That was in October.
That's October. That's in Albuquerque.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
And so we're going to go to
That's cool.
Quartzsite, Arizona area and
I've
play
got,
around there
I've got
for a
some
while.
friends down there that they go to that every year. And I haven't seen, well, her and I went to high school together, and I haven't seen her since high school.
Well, the
I bet they
finance-
get a hold of me every time they have problems with their RV.
The finance lady there at R&R,
Sharon?
has
Yeah.
gone down there several times too
Yeah,
to the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's
that
had
is
a
just
great time
awesome.
with
I've
it.
seen
It's-
pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
It's not in the forecast anytime soon because
Yeah,
we're going to
it's not
go
gonna work.
south for winter and then we're going to come home for a couple months. Then we're going to go out to Missouri for the Escapers or Escapees Escapade,
Cool.
which is a huge RV rally, a 4-day rally. Then we're going to come home again for a couple months. And then we're going to skirt across southern Canada all the way to the eastern seaboard. We're going to
That'd be cool.
stay in the New England area through fall colors.
Yeah, that's really
That'll be
beautiful.
really nice.
We
Looking
have
forward to
friends
that.
getting
Yes.
married in Connecticut in October. After Connecticut, we're going to go down the eastern seaboard for snowbirding in the winter. We'll be around the Gulf all winter until probably Quartzsite and head back to the Big Bash. So
Cool.
big plans for 2018.
Yeah, 2018 is going to be a big
And then we're
travel
gonna
year.
And I look
home?
forward to seeing all the videos
Oh,
when
yeah.
they get up there.
They'll
I know
be out
they're
there.
always delayed.
Then we're going to come home and we're doing Alaska again in 19.
You are?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Doing Alaska.
Alaska's
That's cool.
It's worth
amazing.
it. It's worth it.
And
Man,
we're
it
the
was so much fun.
closest in the entire country
Right.
to go up.
Right.
So it's not hard.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, we did the whole Alaska trip, and we put not even 7,000 miles on their motorhome.
6,600 miles.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
we've talked to other people who've put 10 and 12,000 miles on
But
their
they're
motorhome for the
starting in
Alaska trip.
Florida or Texas.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure, yeah.
we have an advantage there where it's
Yeah.
we're that much closer, so
Right.
it's easier.
Well, and when we follow everybody on the Facebook pages, they're like, yeah, we won't cross until, 1 month into our travels. And it's like, oh. we cross on day one.
yeah,
Right. Exactly.
that's pretty nice. That's pretty
Privilege
nice.
of living so close to the Canadian border.
Well, is there anything more you'd like to share?
I said the last one, so.
Anything more we'd like to share?
No, just hit that subscribe button.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I'm sure we'll put links up here and here and here and
Down here.
down
And
there,
right,
up
exactly.
there, and over there.
Everywhere,
So-
yeah.
Hana Travels on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter by default, and
Your own page.
our own Facebook,
Your own
website.
Sometimes
Wow.
that's the last page
Yeah.
to get updated because I forget. Because I have to
Right.
manually upload everything
Well,
to
and I
our
will
website.
also put links to everything as well to you guys' all of your
And don't
social
forget to
media.
sub to Bill if you haven't.
Bill Conley.
So-
Also,
Hit that little bell. So if you
Get
hit the little bell,
notifications,
you'll get a
yes.
notification every time we
Yeah,
post,
right.
which I promise you, I won't spam you on YouTube.
Right.
Amazon links.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon links and the affiliate
They're
store.
all in our
It's all,
descriptions of our video.
If you need to buy anything on Amazon, use our link and
You're
you'll
going to
get
get
it.
us in trouble with Amazon.
Oh, well.
That might not get you into trouble.
Hey, talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Leave us
Tell
comments.
Send them
Yep.
a message. They'll
Yep,
reply.
we'll get back to you. That's kind of fun.
As they can keep up with it.
We haven't gotten to know, but we've gotten to look forward to some folks' comments.
Oh, a lot of fun.
Quite a few great comments.
It's to
They're
the
regular
point now. I
watchers.
just have to say a first name or their channel name,
and we know who it is.
And
It's going to be
Gary
it's going to be a good one.
knows.
Right.
Hugo, I'm talking
Hugo,
about
yeah.
you.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up.
Sounds good, Bill.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time today. And
Cool.
And
You want to help us with our outro?
Sure.
Oh, now the pressure's on. He's got to know. He's got to think about how to do that.
You know what it is? Until next time.
Oh, until next time.
Hana.
Guys. Right. So just so everybody knows, we've got four cameras on us right now.
they're all stopping at 4 minutes or 10 minutes.
All taking 10-minute breaks.
Honey, you're rambling a lot.
All right.
This hasn't clicked on yet, babe. Can I say a cut real quick? You really need to scoot this way because you're out of the frame. Thank you.
I don't want to be that close to you.
Where was I going?
Hana, what's it mean? Why Hana?
What? Oh, okay, I remember. So, gotta edit that part out. Crap. Well, he talks a lot. So do I, but he rambles.